All right. Oh, well, Frances seemed pretty happy, Kelly. I'm glad that she made it work, for D2. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah, she did. She did really good. She can't join us tonight. Did she get back to you about it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, she won't be able to hop on tonight. So I'm
Uh,
glad we're recording. That's good.
yeah, I didn't hear anything from Mary or Vicky, but I did see that you have like 18 points already for the Hawaiian trip, the Kauai trip.
I know, I noticed that.
Holy
That
crap.
was,
Way to go, Kelly.
thank you. Yeah, I noticed that. That was pretty cool. I lucked out with a couple double points. So
That's
Where's
awesome.
everyone else at?
Uh,
13.
yeah, I think I'm at 15.
Old
And
and strong.
then Francis is at 12. Where are you guys at, Amber?
I'm at 15. I haven't checked it since last week. Just because I didn't have service.
It's hard to find you guys' team in this compared to what it used to be for me to find people's teams. Like
Yeah.
the leaderboard, it doesn't always pull up people's names. It's very, very odd.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I'll try and search by any one of your guys' names and it doesn't pull up.
I'm at 15, Vicky's at 11, Christina 8, and Mary 5. Mary was at 8, so she must have had some cancellations.
Oh. Well, we can only do what we can do, I guess, We can't control everybody.
Nope.
I have a gal that's been shopping with me since April, and she every month she's kind of told me like that she really wants to build, like gets really into it for like a couple of days and wants me to send all this information and I'm like, okay, this is the time, and then she like is like, I need to hold off on it for a little bit and stuff. And so today we talked again. I have super bad vertigo, so I'm like, I'm really dizzy. I'm trying not to like watch everybody move too much on this screen. But and I'm sitting weird is why I don't have mine up. I have my feet up on my desk while I'm like leaned back. So I figured you guys don't want to see like
Kayla.
my weird pose.
come on, we want to see it.
We don't mind.
We get to see Vicky all the time. So
This is how I'm sitting with my crazy hair and everything.
we don't care.
It's like balancing me and keeping my feet there and holding on to it and stuff. But so today I talked to her, and one of the things she brought up was she doesn't know if she can ask people to do the 35 points a month because it just seems unreasonable to request somebody to do that, and that $100 a month is just not what people can afford. And I'm like, dude, you're spending way more than that on groceries, I guarantee it. Like, and these are cheaper, especially because she does all like the protein and creatine and all these other things and stuff from different specialty stores or whatever. Like you're gonna spend way less money on that stuff. And she loves all the products. I think it's just some weird hang up for her that she can't ask somebody else to like try doing that. And so I kind of explained to her, I'm like, you can do like the non-member shopping for people that don't want to, or they could share like a membership with their mom or their neighbor or somebody like that if they can't do it. But really, like, this isn't for people that don't plan to use us as their store unless they just want to be a non-member, because I don't want to fight with somebody every single month about buying their groceries if they have things that they're buying from Walmart that they could be buying from Melaleuca. Like, it's a lifestyle change for a reason, because you're wanting to put your money where your mouth is or whatever. You want to actually have a healthier life and stuff. And so I don't know if she's going to try to go for director after the conversation I had with her or not, but I figured I'd share it with you guys because sometimes you win some and sometimes you lose some, you know, and it might not be for her. And if she doesn't see the value in trying to help other people with it, then like the Thrive Bros always say, bless and release. So,
Well, and I think it's a lesson for us to learn too is how dare we make those assumptions for other people? Like,
right.
it's not fair to them. There's so many people that I would not have naturally reached out to, but reached out to me. And I thought, oh, I let my perception get in the way of them even thinking. There was one gal in particular that Amber and I used to work with, and I wasn't going to reach out to her. And so then I didn't. And then I saw in her stories that she's using Melaleuca. She's a single woman, lives by herself, no kids, but she does work out, you know, so she has that. But I just assumed she's on a single income and wouldn't do. And I was like, shame on me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that's, you know, part of it. I do want to say, I think I showed you guys that video I did. Well, Amber obviously saw it too, that I posted about my why. I posted in our team Facebook group. I created a cleaner version of that video that I told Kayla that I was sending to every single prospect that I reached out to, and I've sent it twice now. And the reception was really, really good. One has signed an enrollment, like her enrollment link. She has really bad ADHD, she says. So I have to she's like, you might have to come and do the order with me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And the other one is really interested as well. But it's exactly what you just said, is explaining what this is. And it's not an overview. It's like a pre overview from just my experience. And I'm glad that it went over well. And that's just going to be something new that I'm going to do moving forward. It's a 6-minute video, and it explains that, because you do have to do some soul searching. And if you're not converting your lifestyle, I mean, it's not to say you can't get to that point, but it might not be, if you're just wanting cleaning products. Like, I don't think this is for you. Like, I mean, it can be, and maybe it could have, it's like, you don't want to also shut that door, but I also don't want to, is this selfish of me? Maybe it's selfish of me. Call me out. I don't want to deal with their bullshit. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't want to deal with the
You
back and
shouldn't
forth
have
people.
to. You shouldn't
I'm
have to at
okay.
all.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm not
no.
wrong. Okay.
Right.
I think that we need to set boundaries that we're comfortable with people when we do this, because all of this work, we don't have time for people that are gonna say one thing and then do something completely different. If they show you more than once that that's what they're doing, then maybe they're not seeing the value in it, and that's not our fault. But we can't expect people to see the value in it right away, because sometimes it has to be that person's idea, and they'll hear about it from somebody else and then be like, oh yeah, I've heard that, and then want to come back later on, and maybe they'll see the value in it at that time, you know. But
Right.
I think what's really helpful for me is putting myself in their shoes, where I was last year versus where I was when Lindsay approached me with this. If she had approached me last year with it, I probably would have said no, because I wasn't ready for that lifestyle change.
Mhm.
So I think timing is everything. And like Lindsay said, you know, how dare us judge somebody? They're just not ready for it, or
Right.
something else is going on that just takes away their time. And
Well,
yeah,
I had a really good friend that I reached out to when I first started, figuring for sure, since she was such a good friend, that she was gonna do it. And instead of joining me, she like quit talking to me for the last 6 months, basically. But now all of a sudden she approached me and she's like, I want in. And she like enrolled and placed her first order within just a couple hours. So
that's awesome.
you don't know where they're at and why, you know. And I think she felt guilty about not being able to, instead of just telling me, which is like, I don't understand people sometimes. I'm a nice person. I would have understood, but instead she just kind of ignored all my messages and then basically quit talking. So you just don't know where people are at.
yeah.
Yeah.
You never know what people are really dealing with sometimes either, or how this could be a huge lifesaver for them, you know. Like, It could be the vitamins. It could be that somebody is a house cleaner, but they're sick all the time with their job. Or, like it could be a lot of different things that we just aren't even thinking about, that when they get products in their hands and they try it, it could be life changing for them too. And maybe it's a money thing at first, but if they really like the products and stuff, then there's a lot of
Mhm.
the money issue could not be an issue with the way that the compensation plan is structured for this, especially right now with the $1,000 guarantee. Like, I don't know who doesn't know 8 people that you could
Right.
to get to try this for at least a month or 2 months or something like that for $1,000. Like, and I know $1,000 for a lot of people is not a big deal, but $1,000 for most people right now, it is a big deal.
Mhm.
So
Right.
I think if we can make it our goal to try and like get a couple of directors, like help people build their business and see if we can help other people change like their lives and change the lives of their friends and stuff, like this could be a really big deal for all of us, especially with the $1,000 guarantee, because people work a lot harder when they've got a bigger check coming guaranteed.
Right.
Well, I've even posted like in that group Facebook page that Amber's in, that I'm communicating with people, is I had posted something just recently too, but the first one I said, what could you do with $1,000 this summer? Like, what could that do? And I posted a picture of our pool. I'm like, we're making family memories. You know what I mean? Well, now it's a little bit over more.
I was gonna say.
But I think it was that paycheck was almost 1,400 and the pool was 1,500. But well, don't talk about that, Corey. We're not talking about all those ancillary things. But let's just say, I mean, you didn't have to buy that expensive of a pool, you know what I mean? But it's just little
Right.
things. So I'm trying to infiltrate in a way that's like, and that it's possible. I think we have to paint the picture of possibility too. And so I'm on my Melaleuca call. Anywho, hi Christina.
Hi.
That's a crazy call. So if you guys have any other good strategies, I've just been trying to hit people individually and talk to
Mhm.
them. And then I just keep talking about it. I think I posted, I was like, 7 more days for dollar membership, 21 more days, if you want to hit this, and nobody's, really bitten on that, but I don't know. I think people think it's too hard too. I don't know.
What the gal today thought is that it would be too hard to get 8 people that would commit to the 35 points and stuff and not stress her out pretty much,
That's what just happened to me.
really.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. She's starting a new job. Like her old company offered her, like they're creating a position for her. So she was gonna do it, but she starts with them now in 2 weeks. So she just thinks it's gonna be too stressful for her.
Well,
So
she's got 2 weeks then.
I
what was
know.
that?
She's got 2 weeks then. She could totally find a shopper in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I tried telling her, but she's waiting for now, and then she's gonna keep looking at the catalog for herself, but she's gonna send me her mother-in-law as a referral. But
My person I'm talking to about building loves our products and is interested and could really benefit with the extra supplement income. But she's not on social media and she's not really a social person to begin with. So her circle is small. And so that's what she's worried about. I don't think like the first 8 shoppers, but just sustaining her business if she were to commit to it. So if you have any tips for that, I mean,
That was my person too.
So,
what's that?
that was me exactly. I posted on Facebook maybe once every couple of months before this, and
Mhm.
I am definitely not a super social person in general. Like, I'm just not. I'm not good at being social, and so you kind of have to force yourself to get out of your comfort zone and stuff if you want to make it work or whatever. But the first 8 is all your warm market, the people that
Yep.
you go to that like know that when you come to them with something, you're not bullshitting them, and I feel like that was a lot easier for me because I had 2 months of trying the products, and I actually felt a difference with the products I was using and stuff. So I felt comfortable to reach out to those people. And it's kind of one of the things that I wish that they would change the fast track or the pace setter time frames to like restart no matter where you're at when they decide to move forward with like actually.
Right. I agree. I don't know what the 6 months is all about. What,
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
you
how does that benefit anybody, even the company? I mean, it would benefit the company more to have, you know, somebody know they could step up anytime they wanted to.
Mhm.
Well, and I think that that's where a lot of people that when they run with it from the like day one, it's because that's what they're going for. They're going for a business. They haven't actually tried the products. They're just kind of going off what they've been told and stuff. And it doesn't always work that way because like if you've gotten to try some of the products from like if Lindsay gave Amber a borrow bag or whatever, that's completely different. Like getting to try some of those things and then running like from the start and stuff versus you just come in, you haven't even placed your order and you've referred 4 people or something like that. Like it doesn't feel real if you don't have any experience of saying like, oh yeah, I really like this or I really don't like this or whatever. Or I haven't gotten to try that yet. But I wish they would change that, or at least we all know now that you have to make sure that your like pace setter 2020 is like done within the first 4 months and stuff, because that sucked for everybody. But at least make sure that that doesn't happen to our future people and stuff, you know. But you guys are doing a good job. I know it wears on all of us sometimes if we're doing everything like the right way or if we're being too pushy or not pushy enough or whatever, you know, to kind of help people see the value in it. But you guys are all doing a really good job. And when it comes down to it, we are actually helping people like change their lives and stuff, you know. I have felt like shit here lately, and I can only imagine how bad I would feel if I wasn't on these good vitamins and stuff because
Mhm.
like it seems like I'll have a good day and then I'll have 2 bad days and I'll have 2 good
Yeah.
days and like a really bad day. And it's just been like that for the last couple of weeks. And I can only imagine like without having a consistent like supplement regime, how bad I would feel right now. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
So when you share that, and I know you've shared a little bit, it resonated to me today because I listened to this podcast. It's the Do Your Crap podcast. I've posted about it before. I know Amber listens to it. And it was all about the power of storytelling specifically for your business. And I feel like we know that to be true, but like really telling your story. Kelly, I can't remember who it was that maybe told you. I thought you said it in passing once that someone said your videos are too long. I have watched every video you've done. I like to watch them because I like the way you talk. You're very gentle, you're very thorough, and you fill me in with education. I learned something from your collagen post. And and usually you're just sharing a little bit. You share a little bit. And that was one of the things in this podcast they were talking about was telling your story while you're in it. So whatever that, if it's your health journey, tell it while you're there, even if your story hasn't ended yet.